Okay, while waiting for more people logging in, I guess I will um, start introducing the program for today. So welcome back to Adam, the Asia Discovers Asia meeting for contemporary performance. My name is River. Um, Adam is basically an artist initiative by the Taipei Performing Arts Center that every year bringing together artists, thinkers, makers, practitioners from across the Asia Pacific region and beyond to exchange, research, and even collaborate to perform their creative, social, and discursive progress. And since last year, because of the pandemic, the Adams program has been reframed again and again, replanned again and again to various formats. And this year, we decided to have online gathering sections, or you say online programs, that divided in 3 seasons in April, August, and December. And they will be individually curated and contributed, conceived by different artists. And this season in August, we have Wen Qi Su from Taiwan to curate and present the program level 3 alert art variants. When she's a choreographer and new media artist working with bodies, digital culture, and technology in the context of contemporary dance and art. And in this series of events, when she and her invited artists will be giving us and sharing with us their in-depth artistic practice while navigating the so-called new normal conditions and settings. So let's welcome Wenqi.
Thank you so much, Riva, and thank you so much, TPAC, to organize these online meetings for us. And welcome everyone to be part of us tonight with me, Senyawa, and then all the staff of TPAC. And I'm Wenqi Su from Taiwan, dance choreographer and new media artist. And thank you, River, for your invitation to organize and curate this online gallery. And today, I'm so happy that we have Senyawa with us, because we didn't see each other for a long time. And for me, to curate this program, my purpose is also to reconnect to the artists I know, and some artists I worked with before, Senyawa, for example, and actually is to catch up, also to reflect together what's happened in these 2 years under the pandemic. So I will read through the words of curations. Art from home to home, the new normal, the new stage, a time of isolation and mediation, flex time, flex space, confirmed but not fully, cancelled but temporarily, postponed indefinitely, reopening but partially. I live in your past, you stand in my future. Online jet lag, performance bubble. You look at me, I look at you and me. Dance in a special box, singing with the impermanence. Then in self-murmuring, infinite online meetings. My body is disappearing. Level 1 alert, level 2 alert, level 3 alert. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Since mid-May, the national-wide level 3 COVID-19 alert was imposed in Taiwan due to the outbreak of pandemic. People live with the condition of self-lockdown and working from home intensely and unexpectedly. This situation is nothing new for many places around the world, and there's a scope for rethinking the world between you and me, here and there, and what it means to continue getting in touch with other parts of the world. Why web? This online gathering program for Adam Level 3 Alert Art variants invite artists and curators to discuss and question the current working living restraint, our state of mind, our physical state, our reflection on the performing arts, whether they are online, on site, or coexisting with VR, and how we could meet in this great unknown and variance. Tonight we have a Senyawa with us. Senyawa is an experimental band from Java, Indonesia. consisting of Rudy Shabara and Ukiek Suyati. The band was formed in 2010 in Yogyakarta. The band produces one of the most profound examples of experimental via traditional music, happening anywhere today. By weaving Indonesian folkloric mood with various shades of modern genre hybrids, Senyawa has been navigating unexplored musical terrain for more than a decade. Their sound is comprised of Rudy Shabara's depth-extended vocal exploration, punctuating the fragmentic sounds of instruments builder, Ukiek Suyati's modern primitive instrumentation. So let's welcome Rudy and Ukiek with us. And today they are going to share with us their latest projects, starting from last year when the outbreak, during the outbreak of pandemic. So this is their new project called Akisa, Decentralization is the Future. So as I know, as a fan of Rudy and Ukiek for many years, I have been observed their work and follow their creations. So this project for me is was pretty meaningful in this state of urgency, like how artists actually such as Senyawa used to touring around the world and now confined in their own studio and their houses, and how are they continuing to be inspired and also to be inspiring for the others. So let's welcome Rudy, and Rudy will give a very short intro about this project and how is their initial idea to develop this project during these 2 years. Please, Rudy.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. I will be doing the presentation after this about the longer one about what Alkisa is. But maybe some of you have already know that we started this during the pandemic, this project of releasing the new album through ways that we have not done before, and then it's merely the way we're responding to the situation, just like we normally do, is by experimenting on something that is meaningful to us, at least for Wukir and myself. And that's it. And I think Alkisa is experimenting with the idea of power, just because that is exactly the theme that we are exploring in the lyrics of the album. And I think it's only relevant and only important to actually do an experiment to see is about this idea of power. And and maybe Wukir can explain about our presentation today, because today we will have some presentation for you. Like when we released the album, we also did Alkisa, Pasar Alkisa, we call it. It's organized by people who are involved in this project from around the world, and then just to show what they have done, like whether it's video, audio, a cooking show, or so many interesting stuff happening during that festival. And then now we're trying to use that as a kind of way to do the online program like this, Adam. So instead of a full concert of Senyawa online, maybe it's also nice just to enjoy, like as a online for us is, I think, a different dimension to the, and it's not the same thing to the real concert. It's never comparable. So we have to try to find also how we can use this platform and situation now. Everyone, I think, is allowed to try out and what is the best way to present your work during online. So this is one of the ways, maybe.
Okay.
And
welcome.
welcome,
Welcome.
yeah,
Everyone.
sorry, just to just to say that the idea of sharing power is actually Rudy and Ukir opens up the copyrights of their music in details. So anyone in the world, like any musicians or the music brand, can use their let's say this open source to create something they wish to have. Yeah, please, Ukir.
Okay. Welcome everybody. Thank you Wenci, thank you River, thank you Adam for having us in this project. Langsung translate ya Rul ya.
Oke.
Oke. Jadi selamat datang juga di Alkisah. Alkisah sudah bukan lagi Senyawa. Jadi Alkisah mempunyai orang-orangnya sendiri yang sudah berkembang sampai saya tidak tahu di mana sekarang.
So Alkisah is no longer Senyawa. It's another entity that consists of people from everywhere, and Ukir sometimes don't even know anymore who these people are. Some of them. So.
Jadi titik awal adalah ketidakberdayaan kami pada saat pandemi, memutuskan kita untuk melakukan rekaman, karena itu hanya itu yang kita bisa lakukan saat itu.
Yeah, and due to all the restriction during the first years of pandemic, the only thing that we could do was to create a new work, an album.
Persoalannya kemudian kita ketemukan setelah rekaman itu selesai, kita bingung soalnya label-label besar atau label-label yang sudah menjanjikan akan merilis apa yang kita lakukan, album itu tidak memberikan jawaban apapun, dan akhirnya kita membuat sebuah keputusan dan membuat sebuah pilihan, mari kita rilis sendiri. Caranya bagaimana? Akhirnya berkembang dari merilis sendiri, dari mencoba menjualnya dengan ide untuk siapa yang membeli, kita kirim email atau bagaimana, akhirnya kita pilih itu tadi, membuka siapa yang mau, silakan siapa yang mau merilis, silakan siapa yang mau menjualnya, tentunya dengan memberikan kesempatan bahwasanya siapa saja yang menjualnya, siapa saja yang memproduksinya, itu mereka mendapatkan laba dari situ, sehingga kita bisa tetap hidup dalam kondisinya masing-masing.
Yeah, so after we finish the recording, we realized that we can no longer rely on certain or big labels to release our stuff, and then so we decided in the end to do it ourselves, and not only doing it ourselves, but we try to expand the idea of sharing it with everybody. Anyone who wants to release it can release it in any way they want. Yeah, and then yang terakhir lupa aku, Kir.
Yang jelas mereka bisa menjualnya dan mereka bisa mendapatkan makan dari situ.
And then that will drive them to get some sort of earnings from what they do. So it's kind of a effective way, in a way that we think it can be effective, but because we share it, everybody, not only us, will get the benefit from this music, but this time by letting it go, anyone who's involved in this project have the potential also to benefit, financially, but also what more obvious is the other things that happens outside of it, which we will discuss later.
Sebelumnya juga saya ucapkan terima kasih juga kepada teman-teman dari label-label atau dari teman-teman dari Alkisah yang sudah membesarkan Alkisah di manapun mereka berada. Saya ucapkan terima kasih juga, selain untuk Adam juga terima kasih, Wenji, River, terima kasih.
Also thank you to anyone who's involved in Alkisah, who try to nurture it and make it bigger in their own way, and also thank you to everybody, to Adam and River and Wenci.
Welcome. That's it. Thank you. Besrul.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Rudy and Ukir, for your short introduction of this project. And so just before we play the film, just to say that when I preview this film a few days ago, I really feels like Senyawa has been through a very reflexive time during these 2 years, and then how to transform their work from a live concert or live gig into an online performance for them is quite challenging. So they have a lot of things through. Also, we have a lot of discussion what that might work for their music to be online. And so now we will see like what they Rudy and Wukia prepare for us, and this is their proposition on what might be the, I don't know, might not be the future of their music, but for sure in how they coordinate and design this the film and with the music and the material they choose somehow will bring us into the depth of their creative mind. So Yanxian, could you please play the film? Thank you.
sakit terang haragoi ajalai tumbuh di sugi di rumpun padi supaya pandai rajin baguru supaya tinggi naikkan budi alun darurung patah tiko sambutan ijah indah mati taranam rada tidak basah taram bola tidak hadu kamera
Bergegaslah menuju muara, tanah basah yang kaya udara. Meski selamat pada akhirnya, kita akan musnah tak berdaya. Menjadi debu arang hanyut terlupakan, jadi legenda yang lambat laun juga akan punah, hilang, terkubur zaman. Bergegaslah menuju muara, tanah basah
Thank you, Yanshan, for playing the film. So, Rudy and Ukia, now we will go directly to the Q&A. Yeah. So, in this Q&A session, you are welcome to pose the question directly to Rudy or Ukia, or you can write down your questions on in the message box on your right side.
Bravo,
yes,
bravo.
Yes. Oh.
Can you see the presentation, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Rudy, sorry.
So
Rudy,
Yes.
Rudy, sorry. I just explained a little bit.
Yes.
So actually this session is to be until 9 o'clock. So I think we still have 6-7 minutes left, and normally so let's go to the QA directly, and then maybe if there's questions like coordinating to your experimental note, then we can we can show your slide and then while answering the questions. Okay,
Okay.
please. So
Yeah.
Kapalano Kanda, please.
Okay. Okay. Halo.
Please switch on the microphone. You didn't switch on the microphone.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you.
Good.
Hello guys. I'm Chandra from Indonesia. I'm super fan,
Okay.
and I'm even wearing my Senyawa T-shirt right now here. Yeah.
Nice.
So this,
Thanks, Lord.
yeah, this is my question. So when you guys working on Alkisa, you guys came up with this new credo. Decentralization should be the future, and you say that Alkisa is not about Senyawa anymore. It's not about your album. You don't want to dominate anybody with this, and Alkisa can be anyone's music. And many saw this as a revolutionary step in the music industry. Even mainstream media like New York Times or NME say this is a revolutionary step in the music industry. And I think it's safe to say that the album is critically acclaimed for both its music and alternative method of music distribution. And me, as your big fan, I think this is the best music album I've ever experienced in my life, along with Senyawa Rehearsal. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
and after half a year since initial release in February, with all this experimentation, does this new system meet your expectation? And based on your evaluation so far, what can be tweaked and what should be modified to make the system better, this music distribution? And if another music artist wants to adapt and implement this system to their work, what should they do and prepare? Because honestly, I can't really imagine a new coming band do this and make it work. Thank you.
Okay. I think that's a very good question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, that credo is to raise interest, of course, for open call that people would be interested in this, even if they don't like Senyawa's music, for example, but they're interested in the topic that we're trying to ask, and then present, and then we work with these people, and then we experiment and we see how it goes, because there's still what we want to explore is the idea of power. Even we don't understand it, so that's why we do the project, right? The project, we ask people to experiment together with us and see, and we are observing and see what is this how good have we been doing, and see, I think so many interesting things, I think. But more and more for me, at least personally, I think if you ask whether the system works, I can say that it is working in a sense that the realization that this is now the time during these 2 years is the time, I think, for everyone to retrospect and try to redefine how to move forward, right? Everybody is doing that everywhere, especially artists or musicians. This is what they come across with the situation with. Now this is a very unique moment in modern human history, right? So we have to be like redefine everything. I think a lot of us are doing that right now. So what's interesting is to see this is now everyone, that means, have the opportunity to come up with their ideas for their own music or their own practices. I think we don't want to be too naive to say this is revolution or whatever. It's very naive idea, but at least for us, this is what we need. I think like for Wukir and me, this is enough for us. We see which system that we need to apply to move forward. This is basically what we're doing, and we're experimenting with the help of everybody who also want to be experimenting with this. So, and in the level that is what we think is successful. Yeah, in that way. So, yeah, about the other things, technical things is just like any other things. There will be things like that too, like financially, or there will be issues about. There will, of course, of course. But that's not bad thing, right? Because this is how we learn also, for us at least. If anybody else learn together, also good. But this is our learning process. This project is needed to be done, I think. Yeah. Ukir, maybe?
Dia menanyakan seberapa berhasil ya, Rudo?
Ya, seberapa berhasil menurut kita gitu. Dan bagaimana kalau band lain menerapkan, and how about other people want to use it? They don't have to. They can create their own that works for them best, you know, because this is what we're trying to do. What's work for us. If they don't have to use it, or they can use it, whatever, you know. But the point is that everybody can now decide this time, especially to decide and determine how they were gonna move forward. As an artist, it cannot be like you know, you have to really sure what you're doing. So we have to learn slowly. So yeah.
Ya, kalau menurutku sih ya cukup lumayan berhasil lah secara pengkaryaan dan secara secara memberikan alternatif secara merilis sesuatu, membuat sistem itu. Kalau secara finansial kita sedang mempelajarinya juga sampai saat ini.
So
terus bagaimana membuat orang lain di luar kita itu melakukan sesuatu di saat pandemi kemarin, itu yang paling luar biasa sih.
Yeah, so it is working in a way. Ngomong apa tadi? Yeah, it is working that, but financially we still don't know how it goes because everybody have their own. Lupa aku terakhir.
Kalau di saat pandemi yang kemarin itu membuat mereka berdaya, terus membuat sesuatu itu yang luar biasa.
Yeah, and then during the pandemic, was most interesting thing is to see everyone try to survive, resilient about it, and try still active and create something.
Ya, terbukti dari 8 lagu, lagu yang di remix banyak sekali dan berbeda-beda.
Yeah, we can see it from the remixes, the many varieties of the remix, and they're all different from each other.
Thank you for Kapalano, your question. Same interesting for me as one of their fan. It's really interesting to see how they expand their music in this kind of in this concept. So here we have an audience question on how the topic of decentralization can be linked to the video you just shown. So I guess now it's 9 o'clock. So still I guess there's a lot of your fans and music lovers here, and who will really like to see your slide once you already show it. So maybe I mean, we will extend the time of this session. Let's say let's say 15 or 20 minutes more, and then so Rudy, maybe you can show us your slide for this experiment notes you prepare for us. So actually, while working with Rudy and Lukia for this program, and we talked through many ideas and concepts and what else can be explored through their music. So Rudy makes a very great analyzations or breakdown to few slides, how they conceptualize this idea and what's the crucial points and what's the advantage, even the disadvantage during this process. So Rudy, please.
Yeah. So yeah, the Alkisah basically started with this idea that we want to explore. It is what is power, and this is the title of the first song in the album. And then if we let go of ownership, this is what will happen. You know, decentralization by sharing the ownership, freedom to exploit, you know, to remix it or whatever, distribute it or to make money out of it. This is the power, right? So, and these are the things that they have power to do, you know. It's basically everything from designing to producing and selling, even to merchandise. And then this is the technical how we're gonna work together is all based on negotiation. So it's not like a rigid contract that normally we do. So this is everything is based on negotiation with each other. If every label have different approach and pace and stuff like that. And then this is just showing the differences of what we're trying to do, how the difference between centralized and decentralized system theoretically, and we try to match it with what we do, you know. So whether it's fully decentralized or not, apparently some of them are not fully decentralized yet, because if we only refer to this definition. And then now what we have now, this is the current state, how many labels involved, how many physical copies are being produced, and including the merchandises like this. And each label can not only design their own covers or artwork, but they're also free to make merchandise and make money from it even more. And also what's more interesting is the number of remixes from everyone, like who was involved in the labels and in the remix artists, but also outside of the label. Outside of the label, they even make like full albums out of it. Now there's a few more still coming. And also the stems of these files can also be downloaded via Yes No Wave, which is also an internet label releasing this. With also they have their own remix artists. And now to navigate all of this is easier to go. Why cannot be quick? Sorry. If we go to the website here. It's easier is to look at the map. You can just see which area you are in, so you don't have to order so far away. For example, I don't know, maybe here, what is this? Like this is Inex from Chemnitz, and you can each link all of the links to this particular label, and then but also there's another channel you can just go to the website of Alkisah. This is the website of Alkisah, and you can see who's. And for example, if you want to see who's doing the remixes, just go here and you find the name. There's like so many, and they are all good. With different styles. So it's not all weird or not all electronics or experimental, but there are some surprises there. And and then you can also see the labels. Oh, sorry, this is the map. The labels. This is a better map. So. You can also browse the labels, and see. You can go directly in contact with them through their Bandcamp or websites here. You can listen, and from there you can go crazy. And we also curate like a playlist every week from, anyway. So like that. And then now, we also the labels also are. Building like casual but organic networkship between them via Discord. And just like a few weeks ago, they made this like Alkisah gathering in Chemnitz, Germany, where labels from Europe get together and make an event, online talk, and a show. And there will be some interesting things come out from there, I believe. And then there will be, of course, there's some problems and potential issues, but maybe we can discuss this during the question if anyone wants to interested more about this, because there will be like anyway. This is at the moment Reza Darwin, the guys who make the video earlier, is also making a documentary about Alkisah. So we will wait for that. And now our friend Luigi, who released from Italy, also writing an academic paper on this. And there are a couple more also writing about Alkisah, and also a syllabus, I believe, in University of Auckland now. And then and the project still continues. So, we hope. So I think that's it. If anyone have a question, I hope it's all clear. Very quick.
Thank you, Ruli. Very fast.
Thank you.
Actually. If there's a question still from the audience, please, you can raise your hands and then post the question, or you can still post the question on the message box. Riveline, please.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, first of all, I think this is a really amazing and not only conceptual practice, but also like very social. For me, this Alkisah project has become like really expanded musical engagement with the open source of the material of the composition in collaboration with any leading artist to together create something like for me it's really like how can I address the word? It's really you know, like in a visual art contest, you might say Senyawa is curating, acting as a curator in this music project and bringing together a contextualized concept at the same time. It's really addressing the engagement towards the society and with the community itself. But my question additionally is, I wonder, what does decentralization mean in Bahasa's context? How normally do you use or address the concept or this wording in your own language? And if there is any specific context about it, what is that actually?
Ruli,
Yes.
Ruli, do you mind to play the slides that you write centralization and decentralization? I found that page quite interesting. So while you explain
Okay,
this
which one?
reverse question, there's
Am I still sharing my screen? No.
Not yet.
No, you need to share again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one?
There's a page that you kind of put two sections, and one is the centralization and one is exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, but the way to look at this is from here. Actually, this is what we do, right? This is what we do in the like cover arts. You know, to see this, and pair it with this. So you see, for example, cover art, they have full power. They can do whatever they want in terms of all of this, you know, release format, everything. But there are some problems here, especially in licensing, like this, and distribution. Yeah. This, yeah. We still like, you know, if we want to go truly, you know, talking about this, whether it's viable or is it makes sense to actually trying to be fully decentralized at this moment? Apparently not, you know. But this is a good thing to for us to see like this. Okay. Yeah.
And
so
sorry,
yeah, please, Riva.
I still have that really specific curiosity about the linguistic connection of the word to your culture. Like normally, like how do you in Indonesia use this word and to address what?
Yeah, it's normally associated with politics. Yeah, in terms of state, you know, affairs, decentralized in terms of geographical power, like associated with geography or area or you know, and the power that comes from it. So it's governance and politics, most of the time, I think. So it's a bit like this word. I think I in the slide there's also a list of potential solution in the future. We also mentioned that that maybe we need to find a different term alternative to decentralization, because now more and more people are using to coin this, and we don't want to lose the actual purpose of the word, you know, which is if everything becomes you know, a term, you know, acceptable term is always dangerous too. So this is also another note that we made from this.
Sebenarnya kan lebih bagaimana cara kita untuk cara kita untuk mensosialisasikan album itu terus desentralisasi di dalam hal ini ya.
Maksudnya gimana?
Sing dia mau takok.
Here we got the question from Huang Wen. Love the idea of opening up the creatorship, and thank you for taking action. regarding licensing and distribution, it has been evolving into a status that's ambiguous. What's your observation on this?
Licensing has been evolving into a status that's ambiguous. Yeah. Yeah, I think a little bit, but this awareness of ini maksudnya mengenai lisensi dan distribusi ini mulai berkembang menjadi statusnya itu ambigu gitu. Bagaimana menurut kita? Karena kita tidak memiliki apa namanya ya, kita membebaskan itu memunculkan jadi seperti itu. Bagaimana menurut kita gitu?
Iya.
Coba gimana menurutmu?
Kalau menurutku ini itu menjadi salah satu resiko dari eksperimen ini gitu loh. Dan memang kita kan
that's one of the risk of the experiment.
Tetapi kan kita kan sedang mencoba ini kan waktu-waktu di mana kita mencoba menyimpulkan apa efektifnya ini, apa yang kurang, apa yang bagus dan apa yang enggak, ya toh.
And that's all part of our experiment. Part of our experiment. We'll see what needs to be to improve or what needs to change, whether this system really works or not. And then, I think also if it's becoming ambiguous, I think this is a good thing. You know, like that's supposed to be a good thing because it's not fixed anymore. The idea of power again, you know, if we talk about licensing distribution, it's become ambiguous. People said, do we need like a major distribution or can we do it ourselves? You know, there will be it creates questions because it's ambiguous now. It's not very fixed because most of the time people, okay, the industry is there. If we have music, just put it out there. Everything works. You know, just go through one distributor, and then they will take care of everything. You know, digitally or physically, everything. So everybody knows that it's already working. Why you have to create new system? We're not trying to replace it. We just question it for our own purpose. You know, so and then if it's becoming ambiguous, then it's good because that means everybody start questioning whether this is really needed or not. You know, because can we do it ourselves or there is another way? Is there like a different way to do this? Apparently, there are many.
Maybe the last question. Anyone with the last question? Or I would take the privilege of this. So just curious, like Rudy and Wukie, so this project has been developed almost 2 years, and what do you see the possibility to develop further? And then also in these current circumstances, where you are, where you live, like you once mentioned that you cannot do an open concert and have too much audience in your studio, or when you play the music, you have to be more quiet. So this actually for you must be a challenge that somehow you have to adapt your creation into this, this kind of social constraint. So what do you see the future of your music, and then in which direction, or if you have any concept like how to continue the project of decentralization is the future?
Well, ya kedepannya mau bagaimana kita melanjutkan konsep ini?
Oke. Dengan
segala batasannya sekarang gitu kan.
Kalau aku pribadi ya, kalau untuk Senyawa kita malah sudah menyiapkan proyek yang lain, karena di proyek yang itu kan artinya akan terus bergulir dengan sendirinya. Aku yakin ya kayak baik lah menurutku. Malah kita konsentrasinya sekarang sudah bagaimana membuat sesuatu yang baru lagi ke depan, dan kita sedang mempersiapkan itu. Nah, di luar itu di satu sisi kita sedang banyak melakukan bekerjasama dengan berbagai pihak di wilayah kayak instrumen segala macam. Itu yang harapannya ke depan sih ya kita sudah mempersiapkan juga jadwal untuk tur gitu. Harapannya tetap baik sih. Cuman kan Alkisah ini dia sudah akan besar dengan sendirinya gitu.
Yeah. So we actually now are already moving on to do different projects or start to the next one, because Alkisah is like a baby that's now grown, and can just develop by itself and keep going on. And our focus now is we already started trying to come up or exploring what next, and especially with what kind of instruments are we going to make. And then now we are also opening up a lot of collaborations with outside of our usual scope, not just musically, but outside of that. Now is more and more interesting, I guess. Yeah, it's true. I agree. It's like that. And then the responding to the pandemic also with all the restrictions. That's why we play acoustic pure like that, because that is the way. Because of all the restrictions, if we only have like guitar, we can play anywhere, anytime, in any circumstances, right? So that is the way to respond. Just so it shouldn't limit us to not playing music or make music. We just did that, like that can be very flexible and effective. So and if they take out the acoustic, you cannot play instrument, then we will figure out a way anyway. So we don't. There's always ways to do things. You shouldn't be limited to anything.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing this really powerful project and your your online performance proposition with us. It's great to meet you here and also to share with everyone here. And so thank you for Senyawa, and thank you for all of you here. And for the next program, it will be tomorrow, Monday, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We will have the Japanese artist Dato Manabe with us. So to share his concept topic in the of brain, body, and the world. So Dato is going to share with of his artistic process over these years and how his perspective into what is happening now. So thank you to be here with us, and thank you TPAC for this considerate organization and this arrangement with care. And thank you, River, for your generous invitation and be with us through this process and be with the artists to share their concern and fear and really take care of the program runs smoothly. And so we welcome you to come back tomorrow again, and hopefully we will meet Senyawa again live in Taiwan, and or you can attend their live concerts in the nearly future somewhere, and because that will be like totally another world, to receive their music live, and that's totally a different energy than what you experienced tonight. So yes, thank you, Rudy, thank you, Wukil, and have a good night.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Terima kasih. Terima
Bye-bye.
kasih.
Terima kasih, Mas.
Yo. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Terima kasih, Mas.